Hi guys, today I really want to ask your advice. Perhaps you can let me know why this is happening and a solution. So I'm constantly talking about ways to export from DAZ to Poser because DAZ has the best content. So there are some weird things that happen and I'm wondering if you can help me with this particular thing. So what I have here is a scene called Teen Bedroom. And you can see there's loads and loads of bits and pieces here. Some of them are instanced, which is a whole nother issue. Perhaps you can help me with that. The first thing I'll ask you about the instancing first then. So DAZ has this technology where you can take one object and then you can say duplicate it across to different places in the scene, and it only takes the memory for the additional product plus the additional item plus a small referencing memory value. It doesn't have to store the entire thing, the entire object, for example, in memory multiple times. So that's really cool. But when you export to Poser, it doesn't export instances, which doesn't surprise me because that's obviously some kind of maths going on in inside DAZ Studio. But if you know a way to export instanced objects in place, please let me know. So it is to do with exporting that I want to talk to you today. So this scene here has millions of different objects, as you can see. I'll just zoom out so you can see it a little bit better. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to export this scene, and I'm going to export in my preferred option, since some of you guys pointed it out, which is Collada. So I'm going to export here. I'm going to do Collada. I'm going to call it Teen Bedroom, and then we've got the options here, which show individual settings. And we're just going to leave that by default here, I think. Right, set to defaults and leave it on generic Collada. Okay, so I'm going to accept that. Just going to take a little while to collate now. Okay, so that's exported, and if I look in my temp directory, we've got the Collada file here, and the textures have all been assembled in this folder called Teen Bedroom. Now let's go back to there, and this time we're going to do export, and we're going to, rather than doing Collada, we're going to export it as FBX. So, and again, I'm going to call it Teen Bedroom. Can't remember if I capitalized that before. Oh, okay, that's really annoying. Okay, because there's a folder called Teen Bedroom, it stores inside, it jumps down a level, so we'll just call it Teen 1, Teen FBX. And save that. Here's a load of options here. So it's going to export the whole scene. Just going to leave that on defaults for now. And again, it's going to collate. See that kind of jumping around there? And that kind of, see all of these bits moving around as it assembles a scene? Don't know why it does that. Really strange. Okay, so now let's go to Poser. And first of all, I'm going to import my Collada. So I'm going to go to D, temp, Teen Bedroom DAE, which is a Collada format. And I'm going to do open. That's going to import that. I'm going to leave those off. It's irrelevant for what I'm demonstrating. It's going to take a little while to import. So what Collada has done is exported the objects and the textures, so it should now nicely reassemble in Poser. However, here's what we get instead. See, all of these items have all been just jumbled into the middle there. Everything's in the middle. It's lost its it's lost its position. Some things are correctly positioned, like the bed and some of the stuff at the back, but most of it is just gone wild all over the place. And that's really, really annoying. Now, I'm just going to unload that, compare that. So usually I consider Collada to be the superior import format, but this time I'm going to do FBX, and I'm going to import that. And there's a scene imported. And this time, did you notice the Collada one? This it only exported what was visible. That might have just been some setting I had actually. Right, so what's it, wall one? Okay, it's calling these shapes. I don't know why it's done that. That's a weird way of doing it. Anyway, so it's not wall one, it's wall three, I guess. And let's get rid of the ceiling as well. So it's given them this weird dot shape suffix, but you'll notice this time that's put every single item exactly where it should be. So even though even though Collada is in theory the superior export format, on this occasion the FBX format gave me a far better result with far less reconstruction needed afterwards. Sometimes you get a scene where you just can't get it to export with all of its parts properly. As I mentioned earlier, if you have a scene that's got instancing in, you lose all of the instances. It does some really weird things. And sometimes even the Collada just doesn't do what it's supposed to do. Another thing I've noticed with Collada is that even though there is an export lights and import lights option in Poser, it never actually does the lights properly. I don't know if you guys have had better luck with that. Anyway, enough talking. Hopefully you guys might have an explanation for why that's behaving like that. Perhaps some settings I'm missing. I don't think so. I've been through all of the settings, but it just goes to show that even though Collada is the preferred export format, sometimes you're better to go with one of the others. Anyway, guys, look, you have a great day, and I will speak to you again soon.